I'm Darren Pritchett from WSBT Radio. He's Mike Singer from Blue and Gold Illustrated, our Notre Dame football recruiting update. Now we turn our attention to the entire 24 class. Mike, where do things stand right now?
Well, this is where we have to start and talk about the 2024 class. It's very good. Notre Dame, after the On3 rankings update Monday, actually moved up a spot in the national rankings because it was so kind to the Irish. So Notre Dame has the number 9 class in the country. Last year, the 2023 class finished number 10, so you'd like to see that. It's strong across the board. It's a very good class. You have 23 commits, which is kind of the area that Notre Dame's been finishing at in terms of total commitments in recent years. Now, the big question is, who do they add down the stretch? This is kind of the big three things for Marcus Freeman and the staff down the stretch. Is number one, you have to keep these guys committed, locked in. You know, just because Notre Dame might not land a bunch of new prospects close to signing day, that really does not matter if your class that you already had committed is very strong. And Notre Dame loves the class that it has. So you have to keep these guys locked in. The second thing is go get, I would say, about 5 to 7 guys in the portal. I could see like high school guys plus portal guys, about 30 new players that Notre Dame brings in this offseason. And then the third thing would be, can they flip someone or take a flyer on someone else who might be ranked lower? Namandi Oboko is the guy we've been talking about for a while, the Georgia defensive line commit from the Raleigh area, North Carolina. I'm being told that he's likely to stick with the Bulldogs, which I'm writing about at blueandgold.com on Tuesday night, so folks can read more on that. But for those details, but Oboko looking like he's going to stick with Georgia. We've talked before about Carter Nelson, the Nebraska tight end commit. I think he's going to stick with the Cornhuskers. So, the list of like guys that Notre Dame can flip is starting to go from like 4 to 0. So who does Notre Dame kind of move on moving forward? Do they at all? Do they just stick with the 23? My personal opinion is that they're just going to kind of stand pat. I don't think they're going to learn about some new prospect. Like who's going to pop up on the board that they haven't known about in scouting this class for multiple years. But what could pop up is a decommitment, ex-coach gets fired from a school and Notre Dame liked that player and the player liked Notre Dame, but he committed to this school and now his coach left. So something like that could open the door for Notre Dame. Or if, knock on wood, they lose a commit, now they need to fill that spot, and then they could go get someone that they may not have tried to go after, before. So, with a school like Notre Dame, Darren, they always rank high early in the class, right? They're always like that number one very early in the cycle because they land so many prospects early on because those kids just know Notre Dame, right? Once you know Notre Dame, you don't need any other explanation. But if you don't know Notre Dame, no explanation will suffice, right? Great quote, Lou Holtz. I know I butchered it, but you guys got me. So that's why like these kids pop to Notre Dame so early, and then they don't get as many kids late because the guys who decide late in the cycle, a little bit more drama with those recruitments, and those kids often don't choose Notre Dame. Do they sometimes? Absolutely. But that's kind of why that Notre Dame's not hot on the trail in December. They're more hot on the trail in the summer.
Mike, as we enter the holiday season, what do you think Notre Dame fans have to be thankful about in regards to this 2024 recruiting class?
Yeah, I would definitely, Darren, go to the high-end talent that they have. I mean, how they hit on their top targets has been very impressive. Cam Williams, they literally have a 5-star receiver, 6'2.5", 196 pounds, incredible speed, ball skills. Like, this guy's a dude. They landed their top offensive tackle target in Gerby Lambert. They landed their top quarterback target in CJ Carr, their top linebacker target in Kingston Viliamiwasa. You just go down the list in that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top 100 players. That's good. That's as good as you're going to see across the country. I mean, this is just a top heavy class. And there's some, under the radar ish. I don't know if you could be committed to Notre Dame and be under the radar, but there are some 3-star guys that I know Notre Dame feels who are very underrated. So I think you have to be thankful though about the just top level skill that is coming in at key positions as well: quarterback, receiver, offensive tackle, linebacker, like some big positions, some big time talents. I think you got to be really happy if you're a Notre Dame fan about this 2024 class.
In the current roster, it seems like, Mike, they've got a pretty good batch of slot receivers. That's why I'm really intrigued with Williams. I know he's a young guy and it's going to be development, but there's an outside guy to build around. So you're starting to amass talent at wide receiver. And as they continue to grow, I really think the solution to some of the problems of this year are on the roster, and Williams is also going to help along the way as well.
He's enrolling early. I think he's got a good chance to contribute as a true freshman. They have 3 true freshmen contributing in a big way this season. I think they'll have one next year at least. Maybe Saldate, Micah Gilbert, Kane Williams. Again, all 3 of those guys rising in the On3 rankings in a big way after their senior season. That means that they're getting better and better as they finish their high school, at least according to one metric in terms of rankings. But definitely a good sign for the Irish.
And we're waiting on Braylon too.
Yeah, Braylon James is
a guy.
He's of the freshmen they brought in, he's definitely the fastest. Not even close.
Well, I guess as we start thinking about Christmas, which isn't too far away, Blue and Gold Illustrated, a subscription would be an awfully nice stocking stuffer.
Absolutely, Darren. And for your radio audience and my YouTube audience, we do even have a special offer: $1 for 2 months when you use promo code UND1. So UND and just the number 1, that'll get you $1 for 2 months, and that is a special for your audience and my YouTube audience.